Episode 154 of Weighing In with Travis Hartman. I am B Money, the producer. That over there is the talent, Travis Hartman, aka Weekend Trav. I feel like we just talked because we just did. We just talked on episode 153, Weekend Trav. For those that are following, subscribing below to our content, Weighing In with Travis Hartman, Instagram, all one word as well. Subscribe below, blah, blah, blah. We had just produced an episode. Here's how Ryan Garcia beats Devin Haney. This is why he's going to beat Devin Haney this Saturday, April 20th, Barclays Center there in New Jersey/New York. The Zone pay-per-view, Devin Haney taking on Ryan Garcia, WBC Super Lightweight Championship. This one counts. That is the slogan for this one. Well, episode 154 counts, Weekend Trap, because now this is the Devin Haney-centric episode. We're going to lay out the reason why Devin Haney is going to be victorious. His arm, his hand, his glove is going to be raised in the air on Saturday night, victorious over Ryan Garcia. And Weekend Trav, I'm going to throw it to you. Tell the listeners, the watchers at home, this is why Devin Haney is going to beat Ryan Garcia this Saturday. Tell us how it happens.
Listen, I said this about 3 years ago, before Devin Haney was who he is today, undefeated, undisputed, won a bunch of titles, won all the titles, beat the guy who was the guy, which is Lomachenko. I said, and a lot of people didn't agree with me, and they probably still don't, but I was like, I think Devin Haney has the style and the intelligence to run the division. At the time, it was the 135-pound division. I was like, yeah, he has the ability and the style to run that division. And he did, because what happened was George Kambosos upset Teofimo Lopez, so he had all of the belts. Then Devin Haney beat George Kambosos twice in Australia. So he won all the titles. So he was the man at 135. He decided to move up to 140. He ended up fighting a couple fights, fought Lomachenko, won a questionable decision in a lot of people's minds. Regardless, he won the fight. So I think that Devin Haney needs to, he's playing the long game here, okay? I know that Ryan Garcia is going to be a small bump in the road, but play the long game here. If you're worried about your legacy and losing to a guy like Ryan Garcia, then you're in the wrong business, because you got bigger fish to fry than a Ryan Garcia. And he needs to know that mentally. He needs to be so confident that he's like, you know what? Ryan Garcia is not on my level. Okay. I fight guys like Lomachenko. I fight guys like George Kambosos, all of those guys. And I've beaten those guys. I went to Australia and I beat George Kambosos, who had all of the titles, all 4 belts, who beat Teofimo Lopez, who we all thought was the next coming because he beat Lomachenko. So Devin Haney has to take all of that confidence into this fight, but also use Ryan Garcia's mental fragility, I guess you could say, against him, because right now we don't know if he's trolling us or he's promoting this fight or what, but Ryan Garcia seems to be flying off the rails. We all can agree on that. Whether it's real or not, that's what we don't know, but he is seemingly from the outside in flying off the rails right now. Okay. Stay focused if you're Devin Haney. Don't let that get to you. But also, Devin Haney is a smart, intelligent fighter. Okay. Go out there, fight a very smart and intelligent fight. Do not get into the antics. Don't get into the crazy flash of Ryan Garcia, but also put some pressure on Ryan Garcia, because like I tell everybody, pressure bursts pipes. Okay. If you put some pressure on Ryan Garcia, if you get inside of his range and start hitting that body, who Gervonta Davis touched his body and he didn't like it. As we know, that Ryan Garcia's first loss as a pro was from a body shot. Okay. Ryan Garcia has got up off the canvas from a headshot to win a fight against Luke Campbell, but Ryan Garcia has not gotten up off the canvas with a body shot to win a fight. So I think that Devin Haney needs to get on the inside of Ryan Garcia's jab, get on the inside of his reach, bang the body, and constantly put effective pressure on Ryan Garcia. Not craziness. Stay smart, because Devin Haney's very smart. Stay slick, but get on the inside, slip his jab, slip his right hand, and counter him. But I think if you put pressure on Ryan Garcia, make it a very tough fight, I do think that mentally you could break Ryan Garcia down. And I think that that's what Devin Haney has to do, is for Devin Haney to win this fight, is I think you have to put a little bit of pressure. Devin Haney's thing is he's a very clean fighter. He's a very smart fighter. He uses his jab very well. His reflexes are very good. He keeps his hands up good. His defense is very good. But I think for this fight, I think he needs to be a little more aggressive than normal with the Ryan Garcia. But with that comes some danger because Ryan Garcia can punch. Okay, so when Devin is bringing that pressure, he's got to be very careful because Ryan Garcia has some power. He punches hard to the body. He punches hard to the head. He's very fast, but Ryan Garcia pulls out of exchanges with his head up. Devin Haney has to know that when Ryan Garcia is done punching, then you start punching because he pulls out with his head up. He pulls out reckless. He comes in reckless sometimes too. Devin Haney needs to keep it clean, keep it smart. Don't get into an emotional warfare with Ryan Garcia. Do what you do best. Devin Haney is a very calm, cool, collected fighter. Okay, he's been rocked before. Jorge Linares has rocked Devin Haney in a fight. Devin Haney's never been knocked out. He's never been beaten, but he has been rocked and he's been hurt. So he can be hurt. But what he proved to me in that Jorge Linares fight is Jorge Linares is a world champion. A world champion hurt you, and you pulled it together and you finished that fight and you beat him. You have to show that same composure and that same discipline to beat Ryan Garcia.
Let me lob this to you then, their weekend, Trav. I know a lot's been made of their encounters on the amateur level, 3-3. You know, they
Yep.
both winning 3 times against each other. Do you think at this stage in the game, from both of their ascension from amateur to professional, who do you think, either Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia, who do you think has improved the most over that course of time? Do you think it's Devin Haney or do you think it's Ryan Garcia since they last met in the amateur ranks?
I think it's Devin Haney for sure, and that's why he won all of the belts at 35, moved up to 40. Is also a world champion at 140 now. I think yes, I think he has improved the most for sure, and I think that's why they're 3-3. I think that Devin Haney lost a couple of those fights to Ryan Garcia because he was still very new and very raw and coming up. So maybe a couple of those early losses to Garcia in the amateurs was because he was inexperienced.
Yeah.
But I think that by far, Devin Haney's grooming as a professional boxer, he's been groomed a lot better than
Yeah.
Ryan
Well, he's
Garcia.
definitely have consistency of working with his dad the whole time, and just there's not a lot of frills to him. If
Yep.
if you alluded to the trolling and the antics by Ryan Garcia leading into Saturday, April 20th, when they fight, it seems to me like Ryan Garcia is the only one selling the fight. Okay,
Yeah. Yep.
Devin Haney. And that's very. If I'm Garcia, I would be worried at that because Devin Haney's been for him relatively quiet. And he'll have some responses. He'll have some, some jabs back and forth on social media with Ryan Garcia. But other than that, he's just staying in the lab, man. He's just staying focused and working. And that's a dangerous Devin Haney to fight. It's interesting though. I know this is all about how Devin Haney wins and why he wins and this and that. But I did make allusions to this about who's selling what on the fight. Dude, I'm looking right now, and tonight it's Sunday, so we still have 6 days. I'm looking at what's available ticket-wise for this thing up in the Barclays Center. It's not looking very good. I'm on Ticketmaster right now. Let me see if I can share my screen when I'm talking about it, but it's not looking very good. Let's see, share
There's a lot of
screen.
tickets left for sale, you're saying?
Yeah, I'll show you. I don't know how this is going to come on the recording. Can you
Oh
see
yeah, there we
this?
go. Oh yeah, we can see it. Yep.
So look, these are ringside 100 plus, 199, still 21 on that. So that must be for the camera side. There's a lot, 89 in these sections, 100 plus, 100. I mean, there's a lot of tickets for this event. I'm going to stop share here. But that being said, it don't matter. It don't matter. Because I think it's going to sell well on the pay-per-view side on DAZN,
Yep. Yep.
$69.99 for those folks that want to shell out $70 for this on Saturday. I think the pay-per-view itself or the show starts at 4:30 or doors open at 4:30. But Devin Haney, he's coming in. You mentioned it. These are the words. Intelligence. He has confidence. Garcia has the mental fragility. And I wrote down in so many words, you didn't say it specifically like this, but this is how I kind of summarize what you just said. This is how Devin Haney wins. This is why he wins. He steals Garcia's heart with aggressiveness. We can't have this tentative, I'm just going to do what I have to do to win over the course of 12 rounds, Devin Haney, which we've grown accustomed to seeing.
Yep.
Protect my title, basically, is the way that to me, as an outsider looking in, the way he's been fighting.
Yep.
I think he wants to prove it. I think he wants to put a stamp on this one because of Ryan Garcia running his mouth and being so odd. He
Yep.
being so odd online, talking about all these things and
So
all these
odd.
women and tagging porn stars and tagging celebrities and this. He's been really weird recently.
Yeah.
And so I think Devin Haney wants to come in here and hurt him. I think he wants to do whatever he can do to hurt him, but that also leaves him, like you mentioned, susceptible. But Devin Haney wins this thing via weekend trav by sticking to his guns, being the intelligent fighter, which we think we both agree he has been the one that's improved the most since the amateur ranks through discipline, through his ethic, through his hard work, and through consistency. We've seen the results on paper, okay, with championships, with victories, and all of it. He's the real deal. We talked about him on this show 3 years ago that he was going to be the up and coming guy that's going to run
That
whatever
was my
division he's
prediction.
in.
Yep, that was
And
my
here we
prediction.
go. So, so you have April 20th, Barclays Center, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney victorious. That's not your prediction, but that's how he wins. Did I miss anything on summarizing what you just said?
No, but I'm gonna step out of bounds a little bit and tell you this, that I think if how Devin Haney wins, if he is
Yeah.
aggressive, if he is very if he's effectively aggressive, I think he can actually stop Ryan Garcia.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think Devin Haney cruises to a decision. I think you're right. I think Devin Haney desperately needs to put a stamp on this and desperately needs to do something big and major, not do a boxing match where he just cruises through 12 rounds, keeps it very, very clean, stays on the outside, does his thing, wins a points decision. I think that Devin Haney can break down a Ryan Garcia, go to his body, go to his head, pressure him, make Ryan Garcia quit in the 10th, 11th, 12th round, something like that. I think that is very possible. And how I think Devin Haney does win is based on that.
Well, there's some mixed feedback on the Vegas side of this one with regard to those specifics, but I'll give you just the general stuff first. 10.5 looks like the rounds, the over under on the rounds. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia this Saturday, April 20th. Devin Haney is the minus 750 favorite, which is massive. Ryan
Yeah,
Garcia plus
yeah.
500. We talked on episode 153 about some of the specifics gambling wise when it comes to Garcia by decision or knockout, yada, yada. But let's talk Devin Haney. So it's basically assumed decision because that's kind of what we expect on Devin Haney. And that's what we're seeing here on the numbers. Devin Haney by decision minus 160, meaning you have to bet $160 to win $100. So that
Yep.
seems to be the general consensus. Knockout, TKO, DQ. Okay, plus 210. Okay, so it's not a massive payout. So I think the gambling
Which it
world's
could happen.
a little split on what they think is going to be the outcome. Devin Haney obviously being the favorite, but kind of split on what they think on what could be the outcome. So, it's, you're betting $100 there to win 210 if he knocks out TKO or DQs this sucker. Um, that's interesting weekend, Trav. 10.5 rounds, which we would expect pretty deep. Do you think, let me pose it this way. So you're saying if he's the aggressor, if you think he potentially wins this thing by knockout, do you think that's coming in the latter rounds, or do you think he's going to get Ryan Garcia early? Do you think it's going to be under 10.5 rounds? What do you think about that?
I don't think he gets him early because I think Ryan Garcia has enough pride, has enough talent, has enough just that dog in him to be able to last long enough. So I don't think it happens early. No. But do I think it could happen before round 10? Yes.
I think it
I
would
think
have
that
to.
I think that if Devin Haney does pressures him like he should, it is
Mm.
gonna. So I don't think Devin Haney can knock out Ryan Garcia faster than Gervonta Davis because I think Gervonta Davis hits harder and is more explosive than a Devin Haney. I do. However, if Devin Haney is smart, like I think he is, and I think he could put together a game plan where he walks him down, breaks him down, body head, gets inside his jab, gets inside his power, smothers his power, constantly puts pressure on him, and eventually makes Ryan Garcia quit.
Mm.
If he could make Ryan Garcia quit on the stool like around 9 or 10, that would be a stamp. I think that would be epic. It would almost be one of those fights, if you remember, as far back as what. Here's two things I'm going to throw at you. Devin Haney, though, needs to thank God every day that he has an opportunity to fight a Ryan Garcia because Devin Haney doesn't sell fights.
What do you think,
Devin
Sava?
Haney is not a, well, besides that, Devin Haney does not sell fights. Okay. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
People are not breaking doors down to watch Devin Haney
No,
fight. I've
no.
never said he's excited because he's not. For me, he is. I think he's brilliant. Yes. But he's not selling fights. And why I bring that up is because in every single superstar's career, they need that blockbuster cash cow to
Yeah.
beat. And I'm bringing this up because Manny Pacquiao fought Oscar De La Hoya, and
Yeah.
everybody, including Weekend Trav, thought the fight was stupid. I thought Oscar De La Hoya was too big, too strong, way better. And Manny Pacquiao made Oscar De La Hoya quit on the stool. I believe it was around 8 or 9. And all I just remember in my face is just seeing that video of Oscar sitting on the stool, legs sprawled out, no coach in there, and he's just on the stool. I can see something like that possibly happening with Ryan
Well, let
Garcia.
me let me run this by you then, Weekend Trav, and then we'll start to wrap the episode 154 up. Devin, let's go by rounds. This is on Hard Rock Bets, folks. So if you have access to something like that, and this is not us advocating one way or another what to do, but Devin Haney, just gonna give you like 3 different rounds. Devin Haney being the winner, round 8 plus 2,000. Devin Haney round 9 plus 2,250. Devin Haney round 10 plus 2,500. Okay. Those are big numbers,
Those
folks.
are huge numbers.
So,
$100, you're winning 2 grand, right?
so basically what that's telling you is this, is that if it goes, so this is what the odds makers are saying. If it goes that deep, it's probably going the distance. But if Weekend Trav is correct in his assumption of if Devin Haney wins this by knockout in those latter rounds, whoa, that's ching ching. That is the cash register going off, folks, on those latter rounds. Boom. Dang. Plus 22, plus 2,500. Good Lord.
If you have some money to throw around for fun, I
Fun
say
money. It's fun money.
jack around and do it. However, if you are a serious bettor and you want to bet on one specific outcome, stay
Mhm.
away from this fight because I think something weird's going to happen.
Yeah, it could be
I
strange,
do
right?
because Ryan Garcia has been super weird. He's been super weird. And this whole scene of pedophiles and all this stuff that's thrown around that I feel really awkward about putting anything down for
Yeah.
sure on
What
one man
if,
here.
yeah, what if, let's pull this one up. Let's see here. It's not even in round 2. That's weird. Round 1. Let's say Ryan Garcia quits in round 1 and somebody took Devin Haney round 1. That's a plus 6,000. Plus 6,000. Oh my gosh, that's weird
So
stuff.
if I put $1 down,
Yeah.
I can win 6,000 on that. Is that how
Not
that
six.
works?
No,
Or
no,
a
no, no.
hundred?
Because
A
you
hundred. I'd
you'd
have
have
to
to bet
100.
100 to win the 6,000. So 60
Jeez.
bucks. So if you bet $1 on that round, you win 60 bucks. Anyway, so we don't want to get too
Wow.
caught into the gambling side of it, but this just take that for what it's worth, folks. Because the next video we're gonna put forth is our actual prediction of this fight. This is episode 154. This has been about Devin Haney. He's gonna be the one winning and how against Ryan Garcia, just like episode 153. If you watch all this stuff, we talked about Ryan Garcia being the victor, but this is our take. We can trap mainly his take on why Devin Haney is going to be victorious here. Next up is going to be a prediction video. So stay tuned to that later this week, probably dropping on Friday. Weekend Trav. Wow. That's a lot. There's a lot going on in this fight, and I think we're all pretty excited for it. I really hope it lives up to the hype that Ryan Garcia is giving it because Devin Haney sure ain't doing anything to hype this fight up.
Yeah, I got to bring something up real quick about when you were posting the Ticketmaster house tickets are still on sale.
Yep.
This fight should have been in Las Vegas. I don't know why this fight
Yeah,
is in
that's
New York.
weird.
If this
I don't
fight's
know
in
why they
Las
did that.
Vegas, it sells out. However, what I want to say is that Ryan Garcia, in the age where people illegally stream stuff, he did 1.2 million buys against Gervonta. Okay. That's an age
That's very
where
good. Yeah.
probably a million of those were illegal streams. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So he could have easily done over 2 million. And that was during this age, right? Devin Haney's never even came close to a million buys in a pay-per-view.
No,
Not
no.
even close. I think he's done
Devin Haney
less than
doesn't sell. He
a
doesn't
couple
sell.
100,000 maybe. So I think that the fact that there's not a lot of tickets sold live is not a big deal because I think Ryan Garcia is pretty global. I mean, this kid is
Promoters
on his
with
Instagram.
whoever's all in the background promoting this thing, I guarantee they want Ryan Garcia to win this thing. They want him. They want him to be
He's
the
a
one.
social media star, bro.
He's 10 million plus people on Instagram. I mean, it's crazy. Devin Haney, he walks down the street, no one knows who he is. I mean,
It's
eh,
true.
And anyways,
Well,
so
he might get a little love now because he was with P. Diddy. He was friends with Diddy. So
ooh, that's
Devin
not,
Haney might
I
get
don't
some
know.
love.
That's not the kind of love you want right now, I don't think. We're not going to
It's
get into
not, but
that.
it's good,
We're
but
not,
it's
hey,
out there.
we're not getting
The
shadow banned
pictures are
anymore.
the
Stop it.
pictures are out there, B Money. They're
We're
out
not getting,
there.
I don't want to be shadow banned anymore. We're groveling at Big Tech's, throne. We're
Yeah,
done. We're
we're
no
doing
longer
decent.
we're not bucking against the trend. Anyways, that was episode
It's true.
154 of Weighing In with Travis Hartman. And this time I will lob a final thought to you because I know your life's going to get kind of complicated here and very, very, very shortly. But this is the end of episode 154. Subscribe below, hit the thumb up, follow us on Instagram. You're going to get more up-to-date stuff there. All one word, Weighing In with Travis Hartman, but YouTube, Spotify, all that good stuff. We're here too. Hit the bell icon for the next stuff to drop to be notified of that. Final thoughts, week and Trev.
I mean, I'm gonna go pretty deeper, even though this was about Devin Haney. I'm gonna put a final thoughts about Ryan Garcia. Being a father now, I have a little girl who's 2.5. I have two boys, twins that are due any day. And by the time this posts, I probably will have two boys. But the reason why I bring this up is because Ryan Garcia believes that he's a Christian, and I want to believe that he is too. He's
Mhm.
very imperfect. Yes, we all are. But I want to pray for Ryan Garcia because I think that Ryan Garcia is going through some really heavy stuff, and
Mhm.
he almost seems delusional at times. Not at time, most of the time, but I hope that people don't get pushed away from Jesus Christ because Ryan Garcia is a little crazy sometimes. So realize that Jesus Christ uses very imperfect individuals
Mhm.
to spread his word. Jesus Christ used prostitutes, used a bunch of different, very imperfect people to save and spread his word and to help. So I hope people don't get pushed away from right God because of Ryan
Yeah.
Garcia. I hope they actually come to him because of this man. He's a very imperfect person. So I'm praying for Ryan Garcia. I hope this fight goes off as planned. April 20th. B Money was very skeptical of this happening. And B Money, your
Hey,
skepticism still could happen
hey.
because that's why I'm saying this, that
Yeah.
this fight is 420. Ryan Garcia is doing some crazy stuff still. Is he trolling the whole world? I don't know. I actually hope for that. I hope that he's selling this fight because Devin Haney hasn't done anything to sell the fight.
I
So
feel like
I hope that that's what's happening. And I pray that he is okay mentally and he gets better through all
I'm gonna
this.
piggyback off your final thought. I think it is a troll game, and really the reason why is because of just the velocity of how many posts he's done over the last 24 hours. Today is Sunday. We're recording this on Sunday, and Saturday to Sunday, he's been very active on the socials, more than usual, which makes me think that maybe he is just kind of like throwing it out there just to mess with everybody because it's just they gets to a point. It's like, really, okay. I'm kind of over it. Just like our buddy Frankie. Just he's posting on all these guys. Do you even box anymore, or what's is that what he's doing on all of them?
Yeah. Do you even
Um,
box anymore?
yeah, and really he should. He really should. So I think he
It's
is
fair.
trolling it. I'm actually surprised at this stage in the game they haven't made it a religious war of sorts because you got the Islam, you got the Christianity. I mean, maybe it's coming as the week progresses. I
Yeah.
certainly hope not, but
I
um,
I was afraid of that too, and I'm glad it hasn't got there yet.
yeah, it could be a lot dirtier than it is, but I just don't think Devin Haney's playing the game. Unfortunately, if he was, then I think it would excite a lot millions more people, and I bet you this thing would be maybe not a sellout, but a lot more tickets would have been sold by now. So, anyways,
I mean, wait for the weigh-in press conference. It could happen.
who knows? Who knows? Maybe Ryan Garcia is going to ascend from the rafters in an all white robe, and who knows? A lot of stuff could happen. Anyways, so that's episode 154. Wayne with Travis Hartman. I'm once again just congratulations to you. I know we get busy in our worlds, and so it's kind of like almost like, oh my gosh, I forgot you're having kids this week. Two more. Like crazy. So
About to go from
congratulations from the
1 to 3.
Waters household to your household. Congratulations. That's a awesome thing with your family. And you will be
Appreciate
on
that,
our
B
thoughts
Money.
and prayers. But anyways, that is it. That over there is the talent, Travis Hartman, aka Weekend Trav.
That there is B Money, aka the producer, the man, the myth, the legend, the man that makes this podcast go round. B Money.
God bless.
God bless.